Welcome! In this video tip, we'll explore discussion checkpoints. This feature allows you to break down graded discussions into manageable stages with specific due dates, fostering more structured student engagement and making grading more efficient. To set up discussion checkpoints, first create a new graded discussion or open and edit an existing discussion. Note that ungraded discussions do not have the checkpoint option. So first, you'll need to ensure that the graded checkbox is selected. Then you'll see an option appear that allows you to assign graded checkpoints. This option is disabled by default, so you will have to check this box to activate the checkpoint settings. Once enabled, when you scroll down, you will find checkpoint settings to update. First, you will need to specify the number of points a student can earn from their initial reply to the topic. Then, identify the number of additional replies a student is required to respond to their peers in order to earn follow-up response points. Finally, identify how many points the student will earn for posting the appropriate number of additional replies. As you enter these values, the total points possible field will automatically calculate, providing a clear overview of the total possible grade for the discussion. Next, scroll down to the Assign To fields. This is where you will have the option to add two unique due dates, one for the reply to topic, and the next for when they are expected to have responded to their peers. You can use the available from and until dates as you would for any discussion, whether it's using checkpoints or not. When you have finished adjusting your settings for the discussion, press Save to come back later, or Save and Publish if you are ready for students to view and contribute to it. When students access course discussions, they will see two due dates for any discussions set to use checkpoints. First, they will see the reply to topic due date and time, and then they will see the required replies due date and time, including how many responses they're meant to make to their peers. When the student clicks into a discussion, they also have the option to expand the View Due Dates link for a tray to pop open showing the reply to topic due date and time and the due date and time for the additional replies. Again, the number of replies required is also included. Once a checkpoint is completed, in this case, the initial post, the date and time of completion will be visible in this tray, expanding on the information about the original due date and time. Now let's look at grading. From the discussion, you can click the vertical ellipsis and open in SpeedGrader. Or in your gradebook, you can also click the vertical ellipsis and open any assignment in SpeedGrader. In the gradebook, you see the total grade that the student earned. However, for this type of assignment, you can't just enter a number grade. You'll notice it won't let me enter, whereas for other assignment types you can. Instead, you would have to click the assignment tray so that you can add the grade earned for each part of the checkpoint. And the grade will calculate on its own. You can also update the grade in this way, and the total score will update here. However, this view does not give you the full picture of the discussion. So again, you can click on the vertical ellipses and go to SpeedGrader for a more detailed grading view. In SpeedGrader, you will have the opportunity to enter the grade in the same way that the grade tray popped up from the gradebook. However, from the SpeedGrader view, you can now see all of the responses that student left in that discussion post. By default, you will see a summary of just the posts from that student that you are grading. It may be useful to note that student replies are displayed in chronological order. In this case, the first comment that the student posted was the reply to a previous comment, and then they posted their initial comment. But I won't understand that unless I switch to view the full discussion context. So if you want to see where and how these comments were applied, click the switch to viewing the full discussion context. In this view, the student that you're grading will be highlighted in the contextual full discussion, and you can skip between their replies. This is particularly useful if you have a large threaded discussion. In this expanded discussion view, you can see the contextual response of Kuzco to Kronk, and then Kuzco's initial post underneath of it. You can switch back to the individual post after you have verified the comments to continue with your grading. In this case, Kuzco replied to the discussion, but only replied to 1 out of 2 peers, so they're earning half of the points for required replies. The grade has auto-calculated to 8 points, and now when I go back to the gradebook, I will see those grades updated as the total score in the gradebook column. If you want to ensure that the student's initial reply is always the first comment that you see, one of the strategies would be to edit your discussion and require participants to respond to the topic before they can see other replies. That way, their first response will always be their response to the prompt, and then the subsequent posts in the discussion summary will be the replies to their peers. From the student's perspective, on their grades page, they will see the overall grade for the discussion. However, they can click the expand icon next to the discussion name to view a breakdown of how the individual checkpoints were graded, the reply to topic, and the points that they earned for responding to their peers. Thank you for watching this video tip. For more information about discussion checkpoints, please refer to ID&D or Canvas guides, or reach out to your instructional designer liaison.